My God, I hate drugs.
Moment for truth, justice, and accountability. That's how detained Senator Leila DELlMA describes the acquittal of former Senator Bong Revilla. In a statement, DELlMA says she could not believe the Sandigan Bayan's verdict to let Revilla walk free, while his co-accused, his former staff Richard Cambe and businesswoman Janet Lim Napoles, were found guilty. DELlMA adds, under this administration, the corrupt and plunderers are set free, while critics and mere suspects are killed in broad daylight.
Former Senator Bong Revilla spent some private time with his family a day after he was acquitted of plunder. The former senator walked free last night and was welcomed with fanfare in his hometown, Bacoor, Cavite. Our Caroline Bongkin gives us a look.
Fireworks, band, and dozens of supporters welcomed the now-free former Senator Bong Revilla late Friday night. After processing his papers in Camp Crame, he and his family stopped by a church in Imus, visited Revilla Sr., and then went home. The former senator thanked his supporters, the Cavite residents who have been waiting all day for his homecoming.
Ito'y simula pa lamang, ito'y bagong chapter ng ating buhay. Maraming salamat. Mabuhay ang mga Caviteño, mabuhay ang Pilipino. Maraming salamat po.
Then, he went inside to join his family.
Finally, he is home. Thank you.
Bacoor Mayor Lani Mercado still couldn't contain her happiness for finally having her husband back after being detained in Camp Crame for 4 years.
Nung papunta na kami ng Imus, tinuturo niya ito yung lumang bahay namin, ang laki na ng pinagbago ng lugar. Sinasabi niya kung ano yung mga gusto niyang gawin. Ngayon na nakauwi na siya. And ang una niyang sinabi, totoo ba to? Nangangarap ba ako? Tapos sinabi niya, so nahawakan na niya finally ang cellphone. Para siyang meron pag phobia, pag may hawak siya ng phone, natatakot siya baka merong may magbawal sa kanya.
In June, the police confiscated a cell phone from Revilla after they learned that he posted a message on Facebook. Mercado says her husband has a lot of catching up to do, but his priority is to spend more time with family, especially his father.
Siguro ngayon priority muna niya, panahon muna sa pamilya. Yun muna. Second yung health. And then I think he wants to see, natuwa siya actually yung sinasalubong siya ng mga tao nung pumasok siya ng Bacoor. And syempre na-traffic kami along the way and people would see him and they would wave at him. So he misses all the people.
Mercado also asked critics to just respect the Sandigan Bayan's ruling on her husband's plunder case over the pork barrel scam. Caroline Bongkin, CNN Philippines.
The former senator refused to speak to the press today. His wife, Bacoor Mayor Lani Mercado, was the one who answered questions. Among them was about the millions of pesos they're being asked to return to the National Treasury. Our correspondent, Makoy Popioco, has more.
It's a family Saturday for former Senator Bong Revilla. Revilla, who was recently acquitted of plunder, chose to spend his first day out of jail at home in Bacoor, Cavite. He shared on Facebook his first breakfast with his family as a free man. Revilla's wife, Bacoor City Mayor Lani Mercado, says it was an emotional breakfast for the family. After 4 years, they are now starting a day together again. Mercado says her husband is making a lot of adjustments. She shared a light moment that happened on Friday night when Revilla suddenly felt the urge to hide his phone in his pocket when he saw a CCTV camera in their house. Mercado says he must have thought that having a phone is still prohibited. It was a slow morning at the Revilla residence. At around noontime, a convoy of vehicles left the house. We were told that a former senator went to their family's doctor for a checkup. Mercado explains Revilla was complaining of a recurring sprain in his right arm. This afternoon, the former senator visited the mausoleum of his mother. Revilla, accompanied by his family, stayed there for about 10 minutes. However, he refused to speak to the members of the press. It was his wife who answered questions about the more than 120 million pesos they are supposed to return to the National Treasury. Mercado also addressed their critics.
Let us just respect the decision of the courts. We also got confused with the interpretation that we had to surrender a certain amount of money. That we have to inquire again. But according to our lawyers, yun yung sinabi, yun ang pagkakaintindi niya. So I think it's we have to get the opinion now of the courts to what really is their explanation to their decision.
We talked to some residents in Bacoor City. Many are happy about the release of the former senator. But we also gathered voices of dissent, residents who relayed their displeasure over the former senator's acquittal, saying the court made a questionable decision.
Ay, masaya po ako na nakalaya siya. Kasi ibig sabihin wala siyang kasalanan.
Sa akin naman, okay naman si Bong. Pero siyempre may mga kailangan pananagutan nila. Di siyempre wala tayong mga, pero naaswelto yata siya, di ba?
The actor-turned-politician returned to his house after his visit at the Memorial Park. He is expected to give a speech during the city's flag-raising ceremony on Monday in Bacoor City, Cavite. Makoy Popioko, CNN Philippines.
Former President Noynoy Aquino reacts to Revilla's acquittal. In a text message, Aquino says the fact that Revilla's co-accused were convicted means a crime was committed. He adds the court's decision is confusing rather than enlightening. It was during Aquino's administration that arrests were made and cases filed over the multi-billion peso pork barrel scam. Revilla and Jinggoy Estrada were detained at the PNP Custodial Center, while Juan Ponce Enrile was put under house or hospital arrest. Enrile was temporarily freed because of his health, followed by Estrada after a court said that the evidence doesn't point to him as the main plunderer. Now that all three former senators are out of jail, Aquino says he is glad it's not his job to explain the unexplainable. Former Senator Jinggoy Estrada, meanwhile, tells CNN Philippines he's praying he will also be acquitted as early as next year.
I will just leave my faith with the Sandigan Bayan. But it's a big boost because my friend Senator Revilla was acquitted, and I hope to follow suit. I'm just hoping and praying that I will be acquitted of all the charges against me.
Fresh from their championship win, Ateneo frontliners paid us a visit. They talked about their latest victory and answered controversial questions from our sports desk anchor Charles Tu. Watch this.
Quickly, I want to know what's next for you guys. When do you guys start training again? What are your plans for Christmas? Where are the celebrations? I mean, what's going on right now?
Well, honestly, we don't have anything really planned right now, but we have a team Christmas party that we're gonna have a little soon. I'm not sure when training will start, but right now we're just hanging out right now. Yeah, finishing finals.
Okay, I want to know your take on this because there's always been this debate whether foreign students or foreign student athletes, imports, if they actually do good or bad for guys like you.
I think personally what I feel is that yes, you do need imports in the league because they do improve the standard of competition, the level of competition. I mean, if, no offense, of course I take no offense to locals, but if we go against each other, we eventually, then a new guy comes in who's, let's say, 6'11", long, athletic. You know that these type of players are really rare in the Philippines. So I think when you have imports here, it helps get the Philippines ready for international competition.
30, I want to know this. A lot of people have compared you to your brother throughout the years. Did that ever motivate you or make you feel more pressured to outdo him?
Well, I'll be honest with you, Tito Charles.
Nephew, brother. Okay.
When I was younger, especially in my grade school and high school career, when I started out, everyone was already comparing me, and of course I was young.
I know how it feels. I'm nowhere near your level, but go on.
But yun nga, at the end of the day, what I realized is that I shouldn't let all of those things get in my head, because the only pressure that I should feel is the pressure of becoming the best player that I can possibly be. And that's the same for everyone in the team. That's what Coach Tab always tells us, and that's what I focus on every single day. I don't try to focus on, oh, this is what my dad achieved, this is what my brother achieved, I should also do it. I should try to do better. But I think the real pressure is trying to be a better player every single day.
Well, In other news, another Filipina is set to compete in an international beauty pageant. Catarina Rodriguez hopes to bring home the country's second Miss World title tonight in Sanya, China. On social media, she asked her Filipino fans to vote for her to secure a spot in the top 30. Voting is on the Miss World and Model Power websites. Megan Young was the first Filipina to win the Blue Crown in 2013. Meanwhile, in Miss Supranational, Philippine Bet Jeza Huelar made it to the top 10. The competition was held in Poland this morning. The Philippine Philharmonic Orchestra will stage a free concert at the UP Amphitheater tonight. They will be performing George Friedrich Handel's Messiah. Our Paolo Barcelon joins us live. Paolo, what's happening there?
Well, 17 days before Christmas, if you're in the mood for some Christmas carols or you just want some holiday loving through music, then the place to be is just what you mentioned earlier, here in the UP DELlMA Amphitheater in Quezon City for the Pamaskong Handog ng UP Concert 2018. At around 7 o'clock tonight, soloists such as Janet Sabas Arcama, some choral groups including the UP Concert Chorus and the UP Singing Ambassadors, and no less than the Philippine Philharmonic Orchestra under the baton of Dr. Hermenegildo Raniera will be performing Christmas carols, some pop songs and inspirational music to warm people's hearts and get people in the mood for some fine holiday cheer. Hallelujah, just like you mentioned earlier, from Handel's Messiah will also be performed later and audience members will be asked to participate. Organizers say they want to help the Philippine Philharmonic Orchestra reach out to more communities and open different venues to more people so they may experience different types of music, in this case classical. Tonight's concert is just the second of 3 key activities as the country's premier state university celebrates Christmas. Next week, the much-anticipated UP Lantern Parade will also happen here in UP DELlMA, something Maroons are definitely looking forward to. Mai?
That is something. Have fun, Paolo.